What is going on, YouTube? PPS back here. It is the 3rd of August. Coming at you live for our YouTube Play of the Day video. I'm doing this about an hour before Pass the Prop. Just want to get this out because I think this line's going to move, and we got it at plus money at the moment. Guys, I'm sorry. I blame myself. I got a haircut yesterday, and we lose both plays. It's my fault. There is no other reason besides the Game of Gods wanted my hair to look like shit for a longer period of time, and that's why they let me win a few of them. So I get it. I ended up getting the cut, and then yeah. So yesterday, this one did not count, right? I put action. If you didn't, you still cashed it. Angels won the first 5, but this is absolutely brutal, dude. This was probably the worst beat I've ever seen. Um, just for the sheer fact that Corbin Burns had 6 Ks. The Brewers just scored 3 for him. He walks 2 dudes, gives up a homer, and then walks the next guy. Counsell gave him a chance after that home run, and he walks another dude. I've never seen that. 5 walks. Those are the types of outings that kind of just like screw your Cy Young hopes. Because he got 6 strikeouts, gave up 5 runs or 4 runs. I mean, that kind of helps me because hopefully Rodon gets that push up there. I think he's definitely getting that push with all those high end dudes over in the AL. But whatever. Corbin Burns ends up losing to us by 1. But yeah, so still 18-4 on these. Did drop a play over on Twitter too that ended up losing as well. So just not a great day in free plays. VIP, I think we did a damn near a wash. So yeah, today I'm looking forward to it. I think we're gonna have a great day. Ton of action today. If you're a baseball fan, a day like today is exactly what you want. You got games all day. You get to watch all day, all the way through the night. It goes to like 9:30 p.m. tonight. So, yeah, I wanted to get this play out here just because I think it's going to move and it's plus money. Martine Perez, my boy, one of my boys here, over 18.5 outs recorded. This man has been an absolute wizard for me, whether I've been taking the Rangers first 5, whether I've been taking him. This man is money. He's been money for me. He ain't Cal Quantrill. I get it. He ain't. But great matchup here against Baltimore. Baltimore has been absolutely raking since this Mancini news, and I understand it. I mean, there are a lot of right-handed bats. You could say they're pretty good against the lefties, but overall this season, not really. 229 batting average versus lefties, only a 671 OPS, which obviously is not ideal. Obviously, they're losing Mancini is very, very tough, especially when you're in this push of the playoff race. On the road this season, 233 batting average versus teams on the road. And I think that this is a good spot for us too, because last night, right, they ended up crushing John Gray, right? They crushed John Gray. But in that game, there were errors. There were 2 plays that should have been made in that game that cost John Gray getting out of that inning. The inning that ended up going to like 40 pitches and they had to pull him. Next game, you face Spencer Howard, who's, in my opinion, still a AAA pitcher. Now you're facing the number 1 for this team, Martine Perez, in a day game. I don't think it really matters much to the pitcher, but I do think that it does. It does kind of mess up hitters. I don't know the numbers for it. I wish I could come up with some numbers for it, but during these day games, a lot of the times the teams start slower just because their timing's completely off, right? Martine Perez has been a wizard since the second half has started. He's got a 1.29 ERA through 14 innings with a 143 batting average against. And that is facing off, obviously, against Oakland and the Angels. But he hit the mark that I need him here to hit. Martine Perez has actually hit 6 innings pitched in 8 of his last 10, and we can go back even further in those. But he's been a wizard, man. He's been very, very good at home. Looking into his home numbers here, he's got a 2.83 ERA, which obviously is a little bit worse than his 2.26 on the road. But the batting average is down to 228. He's been an absolute wizard versus the lefties this year. He's got a 1.84 FIP against lefties at home this year. Only thing that kind of sucks is you do expect And I know this is hard to say, but you have to expect a little bit of positive regression here because lefties are have a batting average on balls in play of over 300 against him. Andy's a guy who has a FIP at 1.84. It just doesn't add up, right? That means he is in for that positive regression that we always talk about. I think that this is definitely a team that he will be able to do it against. The Orioles, obviously, I don't really understand where they are, to be honest. I don't know if they're a seller or buyer. Obviously, they sold more than they bought during this run here, but they're really close. They're in the hunt and stuff. But when your manager or your front office is selling guys at the deadline, obviously they sold Jorge Lopez and stuff as well. It just kind of leaves a sour taste in your mouth. I think that this is definitely a team that's gonna regress here a little bit. And one thing I did want to get into a little bit here was Martine Perez, his 5-pitch mix here. We look at his 5-pitch mix. There is not one pitch besides his curveball. He hasn't even thrown 100 times this year, so it wouldn't even qualify. Not one of his pitches is over a 350 slugging percentage. This dude is a wizard, keeping the ball on the ground. He's finding a way, obviously, to get outs without striking guys out. He's got a 24% strikeout rate at home this year, 24, and only 18 on the road. So he does have a little bit of boost there. But the biggest thing for this, with going with the outs, he only averages 3.6 pitches per AB. That is very, very low. That is like top 5 in the MLB here. Cole Irvin is number 1, Berrios 2. We go down a little bit. They're all tied at 3.6. So this is absolutely a great spot for him, in my opinion. Like I said, Orioles 233 on the road, 229 versus lefties. Perez has been absolutely fantastic at missing barrels this year. Looking at his hard hit rate is only 35%. That is very, very good. And obviously, a lot of those don't even end up in hits as well. So love Martine Perez today to get it done. Over 18.5 outs recorded. Let's get to 19-4, guys. Obviously, yesterday's left a sour taste in my mouth because I did want to get to 9 straight. But, hey, let's get to 19-4. It sounds just as good. All right, so thank you guys so much. I'll see you in about an hour for Pass the Prop. And hopefully we'll be talking about another winner here. So thank you guys so much. Have a great rest of your day, and we'll talk soon. Peace.